the Fox 5 News Block.
And breaking news this afternoon, fare hikes on the subway and buses appear to be on the way. How much more you can expect to pay when the price increase is expected to take place? We're going to have more for you on that. And Sean Diddy Combs back in court today, the latest on what is expected to be discussed there. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I'm Linda Schmidt, and welcome to the News Block. We're going to have those stories in just a moment. But first, here is a live look outside right now, and Audrey Puente is here with more on the forecast. And Audrey, I have to tell you, you're a mom. You're out shopping for the holidays. I was running around like a nut today, but the weather was perfect. It was beautiful this morning, but I hear it is about to change. It is going to change, Linda. And you did the right thing by going out early, because this afternoon and evening it's going to be rough trying to get around for those Christmas gifts, or the holiday gifts for that matter. We're expecting rain into the forecast here. Right now we're sitting pretty mild, though. It's 53 in Central Park. Same thing in Islip, also in Belmar. We're at 54 in Newark. 50 degrees in Poughkeepsie and Sussex. We're now down to 41 over towards Monticello. Winds a little breezy. They'll pick up in speed, too, as we go into the evening. And the clouds are starting to invade our sky here across the tri-state area. Rain is not too far behind. It's now creeping across eastern Pennsylvania, crossing into western New Jersey, and that's going to slowly work its way eastward here, and we're expecting a slick evening commute as we go into the next several hours. Temperatures will stay steady, mostly in the upper 40s to low 50s. Again, we'll have lots of clouds in place. There will be rain throughout the evening and also some patchy fog. We're also expecting a wintry mix as we go into the end of the week. The details coming up. Linda? I don't want to hear that. We'll see you in just a bit. And some breaking news today from the MTA. Fare hikes appear to be on the way, so get ready. Officials approving the increase for fare and toll hikes, which could kick in next August. Now, the exact amount is not known at this time, but traditionally these increases are 4%, which would mean $3 to ride the bus or the subway. The most recent price increase before this was back in 2023. That is when subway and bus fare went up by 15 cents to $2.90 a ride. And we've got more breaking news today. Mayor Adams signing the much-anticipated City of Yes Housing Opportunity Bill. The affordable housing plan was recently approved by the City Council. It promises to bring over 82,000 new homes to the 5 boroughs in the next 15 years. These homes would include new backyard cottages and basement apartments. The plan will also lift zoning restrictions to make building new homes easier here in the city. However, it all comes with a hefty city investment of $5 billion. And music mogul Sean Diddy Combs back in a lower Manhattan courtroom for a pre-trial hearing. Now, the rapper is facing sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Today's hearing is expected to focus on evidence in the case. Prosecutors say Combs is a violent man who used force and his businesses in the sex trafficking enterprise. Defense attorneys say these drug and alcohol-fueled sex parties involved consenting adults. Now, if convicted.
The purpose of today's pretrial conference is to start to iron out any issues that either of the parties want to present well in advance of the trial date, which is scheduled for 5 months from now. So whether that's ironing out issues that have to deal with evidence, issues that have to deal with logistics in terms of getting witnesses to the trial, issues potentially pertaining to jury selection, you name it, you want to start to deal with those legal issues now.
And if convicted, Combs faces 30 years to life in prison. Luigi Mangione could be back in the city as soon as tomorrow, as prosecutors work to bring the suspect back from a Pennsylvania jail. The 26-year-old has now been charged with the December 4th murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, and he has also been charged with committing an act of terrorism. Mangione has 2 court appearances tomorrow in Pennsylvania. One is on gun and forgery charges that he faces there. But the word is he may waive the extradition hearing, which would return him back here to New York City for the first time since the shooting. A Manhattan grand jury has returned an 11-count indictment against Mangione. Officials say the charges now include first-degree murder, and they brand Mangione as a terrorist, saying his planned actions were meant to, quote, evoke terror.
This was a frightening, well-planned, targeted murder that was intended to cause shock and attention and intimidation.
And Luigi Mangione, by the way, has retained Karen Friedman Agnifilo as his attorney. At one time, she worked in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office here in the city. And major news concerning the future of TikTok. The Supreme Court says it will hear arguments next month over the federal law that could ban the social media platform in the U.S. if it is not sold by its Chinese parent company. The law set a January 19th deadline for TikTok to be sold. The justices plan to hear arguments on January 10th. Now, a timeline for a possible decision on a potential ban there is still unclear. And the details of sexual misconduct allegations made against former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz may soon become public. In a reversal of a previous vote, the House Ethics Committee has now decided to release its long-awaited ethics report. Gaetz resigned from his congressional seat after President-elect Trump picked him for Attorney General and then dropped out of the confirmation process. Gaetz criticized the move, saying he will not be able to formally respond or rebut the report. It is expected to be released before the lawmakers go on holiday break. And Amazon is cracking down on fake reviews for products on its site after an FTC ruling that prohibits businesses from paying for reviews. My colleague Fox 5's Arthur Sheehan takes a closer look right now at just how big of an issue this is and one way you can usually figure out if a retailer allows fake reviews or not.
As consumers, we're shopping more online now than ever before. And in the place of being able to physically see and touch a product, user reviews are what many shoppers are now relying on.
I won't buy anything without, good reviews.
Before I order anything, especially from Amazon, I'm going for the reviews to see photos, videos, or what people didn't like about the product.
But there's a growing problem infecting the online shopping world, that of fake reviews. And it's prompting the online juggernaut, Amazon, to crack down on it. The company is sending out questionnaires to influencers with reviews appearing on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, asking the reviewer about their interaction with the seller of the product. The Amazon crackdown is backed by a new rule at the Federal Trade Commission, giving the FTC the ability to seek civil penalties of over $50,000 per offense for violators.
It is a problem, and it's been a growing problem for years.
Trey Bodge, smart shopping expert at TrueTrade.com, herself has been approached with retailers trying to buy a fake review from her.
I've definitely been approached by brands that say, oh, we'll give you this product for free, but you have to buy it first and then we'll reimburse you, or we'll give you a credit to buy it. So then there goes my verified review.
The smart advice from shopping experts is for us to do our homework, to look at multiple reviews, both the good and bad and everything in between. And here's an interesting one. They say to take a look at the brand's own social media accounts because the comments posted on there are less likely to be paid feedback. And there's one more thing.
If you're shopping with a retailer that you're not familiar with, for example, you want to go to, say, Trustpilot, for example, and see if they have a good rating.
And in the end, a retailer with a good return policy means they're ready to do the right thing if you don't like their product. Experts saying retailers paying for fake reviews tend not to want their product back. Arthur Sheehan, Fox 5 News.
And traveling during this time of year can be less than relaxing, you know that. But TSA has some tips right now that can make your trip just a little bit less stressful, hopefully. Packing your bag properly to seamlessly get through security is key here. Now, for the latest rules, you can go to the TSA and the airport websites. And as always, allow for extra time at the airport. And trading a car, by the way, to ride to the terminal, trading that in and taking the subway or an air train is going to save you a lot of time. Record-breaking travelers are expected to hit the skies this year. 5.2 million people are predicted to go through all of the New York airports between December 22nd and January 2nd alone. Well, a house in Brooklyn is giving the Griswolds some tough competition this year. And it all started as a simple family tradition that has evolved into something much bigger and brighter. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso takes us to Bay Ridge for this dazzling display that has the whole neighborhood in the holiday spirit.
It's known as the 79th Street Holiday House.
It's great.
It's great?
It's great. I think
We can go inside. Decked out with over 50,000 bright lights and Christmas characters everywhere you turn, from the Minions to the Stormtroopers, Mickey and Minnie, and of course, good old St. Nick, this Bay Ridge home is spreading joy throughout the neighborhood.
We got 16 million combinations of colors we can make, you know.
Roy Jensen is behind it all. He began the family tradition in 1989 with just a few red bows on the tree outside. Year after year, he says he started adding more and more decorations until it looked like this, a dazzling winter Christmas display.
The last 6-7 years, you know. When you do it big, you go bigger and better every year.
Being that he is so close to Diker Heights and the Christmas lights there, he says there is no competition. In fact, some of the tour buses that go there also make a stop here.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Some say this is the most extravagant holiday home in all of New York City.
I put so much pride into it, you know. Everything has to be perfect before the lights go on.
The 79th Street Holiday House is bright all year round. Christmas isn't the only holiday display. The Jensens also do Halloween, the 4th of July, and many other holidays. It takes them about 2 weeks to take one display down and put the other one up. Jensen says in October, a content creator came by and put their home on social media. Instantly, the Halloween decor went viral.
On Halloween night, we had 15,000 people here, minimum.
His daughter, Christina, manages their Instagram page. She says she never expected the large crowds, not just from New York City, but around the world.
Where are you guys coming from? London. Love it. It's so good.
And you may be asking yourself, how much is this electric bill? Well, the Jensens say it's expensive, but it's not about the money, but about bringing happiness to the community. In Bay Ridge, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
That's right, Jessica. You got to love that holiday spirit. Okay, we're going to check back in with Audrey Puente now about the weather. And Audrey, you got that bad news. That rain's coming in.
You can see the line extending from the Great Lakes all the way down towards the Tennessee Valley, Linda. We have rain on its approach here. It's starting to rain right now across eastern Pennsylvania. That's pushing into western New Jersey, and it will gradually work its way eastward as we go through the evening commute here. It looks like everything will taper off, though, from west to east after, let's say, about 11 o'clock tonight. And tomorrow, we'll wake up with plenty of sunshine across the region. High pressure will keep things dry for us for another day here. And then on Friday, we'll start out with sunshine, but then the clouds once again will invade our skies ahead of our next precip maker. This one will come in on Friday afternoon into the evening and could produce a wintry mix, especially north of the city. In the meantime, today, we're looking at steady temperatures, mostly in the 40s and 50s. Tonight, we'll have rain across the region with lows in the 30s. Check out what happens by the weekend, though. Winter begins on Saturday, and we're in the 20s by Sunday. Linda?
Thank goodness I brought my umbrella today.
Yes, you need it.
All right, that's your news block for right now. I'm Linda Schmidt. Thanks for joining us. And tune into the 5 o'clock news on Fox 5 tonight, and then right here on Fox Local for all the day's news as it develops throughout the day. We're going to see you right back here tomorrow. Have a great day.